There he is. There he is. Yo. Are we watching? Are we witnessing the mainstreamification, if that is a word? Yo, peace, Pelbian. Are we? Oh, look, first of all, what does he have on his chest? So for 500 points, who can tell me who is on KYRIE's chest right here? Azru, thank you for the follow. Who is this on his chest? I just saw it. The person on his chest is the richest so-called, well, no, it's the richest man of all time. If you add up his money today, it's more than Jeff Bezos. It's more than Elon Musk. His shirt, I believe, says Warriors. I believe. Warriors. But if you look on the right down here, if you can see down here, it says Mali Emperor. Let's see if we can find it. Warriors, Mali Emperor. What is that? That's a sweatshirt. That's a crew neck. It's a hoodie. It's a hoodie, right? Maybe it's not Warriors. But yes, that is Mansa Musa, the African Muslim of West Africa. He is the richest brother. He's the richest person. I keep saying brother, but he's the richest person throughout history. Bossman said he is his own worst enemy. He just refuses to be the spook that sat by the door. I believe Bossman is speaking of KYRIE. So just real quick, KYRIE this is who is on his sweatshirt. Let me show you his sweatshirt. This right here. So I'm noticing the Islamic headdress. I'm noticing he's sitting on a throne. And it says Mali Emperor. So I know that to be Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was the 9th Mansa. Mansa means king. Of the Mali Empire, which reached its territorial peak during his reign. Musa is known for his wealth and has sometimes been called the wealthiest person in history. You see this right here? This right here is the first image that Europeans ever had of this man who represented Timbuktu. You know that phrase, all the way, you know how, you know what I'm saying, Europeans love to say, man, all the way in Timbuktu. They use the word Timbuktu as some far remote location at the edge of the world, right? Well, Mansa Musa, that was the center of his empire. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting how they use these words. Way out in Timbuktu. Nigga, Timbuktu was the capital. Nigga, what you talking about? It was the capital of learning. Okay, now let's get into this. See, this picture you see right here of Mansa Musa sitting on a throne, right? See this picture? So obviously, okay. The map that he is on, you see those lines? You see these lines right here? There's like, it's hard, let me see. There's red lines. There's like black lines like going this way. You see the lines, the straight lines? These lines represent coordinates such as latitude and longitude. Okay? This image is on a map called the KYRIE map. And this was the first time that the world, like the Western world or the Europeans or whatever, knew of an African king, because at the time they were separated. You know what I'm saying? They heard of Ethiopian kings. They knew of certain Egyptian kings. At this time, the Moorish Empire was, excuse me, was, it kind of passed its strongest, you know what I mean? A run from the 800s and the 900s. It kind of waned a little. And the seat of the Islamic power, when you know what I'm saying? When I say Islamic power, we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? The institution fighting white supremacy, essentially, was down in Timbuktu. And what grows, like, okay, why? So Mansa Musa, him, is the richest man. And what is he holding? He's holding a golden, it was supposed to be, it's supposed to represent the world. It's supposed to represent the world in his hand. And the world, this was solid gold, my nigga. This is solid gold. And his throne is gold. He is supposedly the richest man. How? Why? Because people say, oh, he was the king of Mali. Let me show you guys something. Let's get a map. Let me show you guys something. I should probably do Google Earth. So you know what I'm saying? Modern people to be like, oh, he was the king of Mali, right? And then what you guys do is you go to a map and you look at modern day Mali and say Mansa Musa was the king there. Let me tell you the problem. The problem with that is you're looking at modern Mali. You're looking at modern Mali. You're looking at ancient Mali through modern eyes, and that's what you should do. You see these grids right here? You see these latitude, longitude lines? That's basically what you're looking at. Yes, modern eyes with ancient civilizations. Thank you, brother. So let me see. Let's go to Mansa Musa. So yeah, these lines represent the same thing. Okay, the latitude, longitude lines. So look, the center of the world almost falls directly here in West Africa. Right. So this is the equator, right? So where's the center of the equator? Anyway, so here's West Africa. So right now, Mali is here. Modern day Mali is here. And first thing you'll say is, oh, that's just the desert. Okay. Why was Mali so fucking rich? Why was Mali so fucking rich? Because you have so much. First of all, you have all of the interior of Africa at your disposal. If you can have a strong empire, you can. First of all, today this is where the cobalt comes from. Cobalt. There's no cell phones and shit without cobalt coming out of over here, the Uganda, this area over here. But Mali also have the Gold Coast. This is called the Gold Coast. There's a lot of gold all up in here. Okay? You have the Gold Coast. You have, from Congo. Thank you. Yes, brother. And then you have all the other things. So Mali, and then the biggest thing about what was cracking in Mali was Timbuktu. Right? And Timbuktu, what was cracking from Timbuktu is, so people be like, well, the Moors didn't have no area. Well, what's Mauritania? What the hell is Mauritania, dog? What the hell is Marrakesh? Uh-oh, what did I just do? Can I go back? What the hell did I just do? Nigga, what the hell is this? I'm at the edge of the world, dog. What is this? Okay. There we go. All right, there we go. So yeah, this right here is a very profitable area. A lot of slaves, you know what I'm saying? A lot of gold, a lot of, cotton and shit like that, right? So anyway, so Timbuktu is like around here. Timbuktu was the seat of learning. So for people from all over the Islamic world, you know what I'm saying? People from all over the Islamic world, whether you're talking about all up in here, you know what I'm saying? All up in here, These people would travel, and the elites would travel and send their children to Timbuktu to learn. The same way that they do over here, right? They send people to Harvard and they send people to Howard, right? They send people over here to learn, right? The rich people of the world, the same thing happened back then. You know what I'm saying? You go over here and learn. And so this was the seat of Islam. Because at the time, Morocco was the seat of Islam. You know what I'm saying? So all this land was unified. And oh, what I wanted to say is at this time, Mali was everything from here all the way down to here, Senegal. He controlled. So all of this was Mali. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's not what Mali is today. You see what I'm saying? See, what happens when great kings rise, what happens is they unify their area. Yes, and so depending on which family comes to power is what we call that whole area. Okay? So let's think of this for a second. Let's make it real. Let's make it like real, okay? Let's look at the West Coast, right? So right now, who is like Gavin Newsom is like, I don't know, the quote unquote king. We don't have no kings, right? But like Gavin Newsom is the king, right? Let's say Gavin Newsom was from Sacramento. So this, his family and his tribe and his ethnicity is like the Sacramentians, right? So the Sacramentians, although they're like a small ethnic minority, they have political control from Seattle all the way down to Los Angeles. So we would call this area from Seattle all the way down to Los Angeles, Sacramento. You see how that works? Okay, let's do it. Let's flip it the other way. So let's say Gavin Newsom and his family ran everything from Portland all the way to Los Angeles, right? So, and let's say that was called, let's say it was called Sacramento, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, everything from Portland down to LA was Sacramento, right? Imagine if we're trying to draw up maps years later and we're like, oh, well, we got to give Sacramento its own city. Okay, well, let's just carve out a little area over here where his family came from, even though they had political run from Portland all the way down to LA, but their family seated here in Sacramento. So let's call this major city Sacramento. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to show you guys how they do this, because if you thought Egypt was just this part right here, if you thought ancient Egypt was only this part right here, you're sadly mistaken. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is modern Egypt, the country of Egypt. But when Egypt was truly in its reign, Egypt was everything from Saudi Arabia, all over here, all over here. All this was Egypt. All of this shit was Egypt. All over here, all the way down to here. All this was Egypt. So that's what I mean. Like, we have to make sure that we don't look at things, because countries are new. Like, countries. So let's see. Let's actually look up the country of Mali. When was, let's see. The country of Mali. Let's look at it. It's fairly recently it came to be, but we know Mali is old, right? So it says Mali, French word for the Republic of Mali, is landlocked country in West Africa. It's the 8th largest country in Africa with 12 million square kilometers. The population was estimated to be under the 67%. Okay. See, present day. That's right, bro. Present day Mali was once part of 3 extremely powerful West African empires that controlled the Trans-Sahara trade. The Ghana Empire, Mali, and Songhai Empire. See, exactly. You see? So this is modern day Mali, just this in blue, in green. But what they're saying is it ran everything. It had three different names. It was, at one point it was called the Ghana Empire. At one point it was called the Mali Empire, then the Songhai Empire. So all of West Africa, at depending on what point you're talking about, all of this area was called Ghana. You dig what I'm saying? So during the Ghanaian Empire, this same land, all of this land was called Ghana. Then later, this same land was all called Mali. Then later, this same land was all called Songhai, depending on which family was the seat of the power. And that's the main thing I want to teach you guys. That right there. And so here it is. Timbuktu, besides being an economic powerhouse, medieval Mali was the center of Islam. Think about that for a second. Islam brought the world a lot of shit, and for it to be the seat, the center of Islam, is very powerful. That means a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of swag, a lot of influence, a lot of sway, a lot of women, a lot of all of that. But look, it was the center of Islam. It was the center of culture. It was the center of knowledge. Look at this. You know, when the black conscious community always talk about, well, all this stuff came from Africa and we had all the knowledge and da. What they won't tell you is through Islam. They want to take that part out. They want to take the Islamic part out. The conscious community these days, you know what I'm saying? They want to be anti-religious. You know what I'm saying? They want to be anti-religious. But that's not fair to history. That's not fair to history. So, see, it was an economic powerhouse, but also it had culture and knowledge, with Timbuktu becoming a renowned place of learning with its universities. Yes, banned from TV. He says they deny clear evidence Abrahamic traditions are an African origin. Yes. And I see, the thing is, we've been traumatized by Christianity. Christianity enslaved us. Christianity taught us. We have Christian names, and we're embarrassed. Like, we're embarrassed. We don't want Christian names. We don't want to be conquered. I get it. But what we do is we throw out the baby with the bathwater. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing we do is throw away the Bible. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yes, brother. See, and that was my biggest problem with B-Dot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I say that, like, I'm not talking about nothing personal. I'm talking about over ideology. That was our biggest ideological issue. We would debate all the time, because he would definitely go, that's right, boss man. Boss man saying, if you throw away the Bible, you'll never get the basics. You're throwing away, like, does the Bible have things in there that have been used to hurt us? Yes. But it doesn't mean all of it is bad. You feel me? Like, is the Bible, like, does it have laws that we should follow? Yes. But yes, they romanticize Kemet, dog. That's what I wanted to say. Yes, they absolutely do.